Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here at Quest Golf Studio, and I just wanted to go through a quick question I've had a couple of times on Q&As over the last probably few months or so, and it's probably one of the most hot topics, and it's how to fix your golf swing. How do you fix your golf swing? And I thought, what a really interesting question. What a really interesting question, which I do need to take time to actually answer and to give a lot of kind of information about it. So fixing your golf swing is quite an interesting process. I would say fixing your golf swing is probably one of the, well, much more, definitely one of the most challenging aspects of golf. Because what feels natural to you and what your movements may be in the past, what you've learned either from playing as a young golfer or you develop later on in life as you've been playing, they're habits and kind of repetitive motions that you're used to. And to fix your golf swing, you've got to break those habits. You've got to change the ideas of what is comfortable to you and what feels natural to you. You've got to try and change that. And that's the challenging bit. That's the tricky bit. I would say the first thing you've got to do to try and fix your golf swing is work out what you want to actually try and fix. When you say about fixing your golf swing, do you mean just to get it into prettier positions? Because that doesn't actually always mean you're going to get any better at golf. Or does it mean particularly fixing a golf shot, a golf problem, or just becoming a better golfer for having a better all-round action to play better golf? So I think that's the first thing that you've got to ask yourself is what do you want to actually fix? Do you want to fix a certain shot in your game that you hate and you want to get rid of? If that's the case, then think about how that shot's actually taking place. Seek advice. I always say this in tip videos, seek advice. I am a PGA professional. PGA professionals are fantastic at what they do. They can help golfers improve. They can help golfers fix issues in their golf games to help players play better. Using technology is also important, launch monitors, video analysis, etc. It's very important for a golf coach to have those tools at their disposal so that they can show golfers what they need to fix, because it's dead easy to tell a golfer what they've got to work on. It's dead easy for me to say, right, you've got to work on that. But that is not enough. That is not good enough for that golfer, for that player who's done these habits for weeks, years, months, whatever it may be, to just say, okay, yeah, I can change that. I find there's got to be reasons for it. You know, if you were to change anything in your life, you would do it because there was a reason for it. If you wanted something that you couldn't afford, you'd work harder to get it. If you wanted something, you wanted to achieve a goal, you would work harder to get it because you can see the outcome. You can see the positive outcome. If you get told just to try and fix something, you almost go the opposite way. You almost become, well, no. This isn't on my kind of grounds. This is not. It wasn't my idea. It's your idea coming to me. So it's important to understand what you're trying to change, understand the process of it, understand why. Challenge the coach, challenge the pro that you're going to see. Why? Why am I changing this? How is this going to make me a better golfer? Because if you understand the answer to that question, you'll want to change your golf swing quicker. You'll want to change it much quicker because you will appreciate what the outcome is going to be. That's something that's really important. So when looking at trying to fix something, you first off want seeing what you're trying to fix. What are you actually trying to work on? Ball flight, distance, height, direction, consistency, whatever that may be, short game, long game, whatever that may be, figure that out first. Once you know that, then start looking for advice. If it is solely working on short game, working on practice, put in a structured practice routine to make you better at that action. I always think putting's a great one. You know, if we putting, chipping, short game, we can become better by simply doing. We can become better chippers, putters, pitchers by simply doing that action. There is technique involved, yes, there is, obviously, but there is that skill and that awareness and that practice and that kind of a coordination that you can learn just by simply hitting golf balls. If it's something much bigger, if it is a slice or a hook or a shot that is just devastating your game, then yes, you need to seek professional advice. and challenge that pro. Tell him what you want to fix, tell him why you want to fix it, and if they come up with solutions, ideas, challenge it, because you need to know why. To really improve, you need to know why, because you will have fuel in your motivation then to make that change. If, for example, it is a technical aspect, so you want to try and get something because it's something that stemmed in your mind. So I get a lot of golfers coming in saying, right, Rick, I really want to work on my takeaway. I challenge them. I go, well, why? Why do we want to work on our takeaway? What is going to benefit working on our takeaway for that particular golfer? So expect to get challenged from a good professional should challenge your perception of what you want to change as well. I always think that's a good thing. If it's to something to make it look prettier and that's your motivation, go for it. Is it going to make you a better golfer? That's the thing you've got to ask yourself. Will that change actually make me a better golfer? Is it going to make me better? That's something I think is really important. Knowing that the change you're going to make is actually going to make you any better as a golfer. I think that's really important to know that. Then from that, so once you've developed the ideas and you've challenged the concepts and you understand what you've got to change, it's then the changing process itself, which is the trickier bit. Because you have to upset what you've done in the past. You have to rock the boat. You have to change perceptions and ideas and feelings that you've had for so long, and you have to challenge those and change them. And you've got to be motivated to change that. You've got to have that motivation. To make good changes, it's good to have structured practice, to have real structured practice. Not long lengths of practice, short bursts of concentrated practice. So when you go into the driving range, not hitting 150 golf balls, hitting 30, working on an idea, on a feeling, on a swing thought, on an image, a video clip that you've seen, a video clip of your own game, of launch once a day to if you have the luxury of using that technology as well. But do it in short spells, 30 shots at a time, then take a rest, chill out, try and break your practice session up, do some other activities, short game, putting, whatever it is that you're not working on, and then come back to it later down the line, whether that might be another day. But each time you're trying to make those 30 shots better. So you're trying to make those 30 shots, or that small amount of golf shots, better for the very next time that you go down and practice. Because we've got to see development, we've got to see improvement, because we will not motivate ourselves to do it if we are not seeing improvement. I never believe, and God's honest truth, I never believe you should get worse before you get better. I think that is a horrendous statement. I think the only thing that you should do is when you go and practice is expect it to feel different. Expect it to feel odd and weird and strange and bizarre. Because if it doesn't feel odd, weird, bizarre, strange, you're probably not doing it. You're probably not making the change that you need to do. Don't forget, we're trying to fix your golf swing. That's what you're talking about, trying to fix your golf swing. So I think it's important that we understand the process of improving and knowing what to do to improve. So I think short game activities is the doing activity. Short game can be done and we can improve. Putting short, and I'm sure putting coaches and chipping coaches will disagree with that. And I absolutely, I'm not saying putting coaches, chipping coaches, short game coaches aren't important, because there's a huge amount of technical aspect to it, a huge amount. But you can get better on your distance control, you can get better on strike, you can get better on direction, you can get better on feel and touch and green reading if you do that activity. Long game, you can often get worse for doing it. You can go down to the driving range and hit an absolute load of golf balls and actually get worse doing it. I find that difficult to do with short game, chipping and putting and pitching. So the other factor of this is make sure you feel comfortable with the change before you then take it out on the golf course. And I promise you, the first time you take it out on the golf course, or probably the first 5 times you take it out on the golf course, it's not going to feel nice. You're probably going to play not fantastic golf, or at least expect not to play fantastic golf. And if you do play fantastic golf, happy days. Because like I said a moment ago, I don't believe you should get worse before you get better. You've just got to challenge the idea of change. You've got to embrace it. You've got to motivate yourself. You've got to know what you're trying to aim for. You've got to know the motivation to get you there. You've got to know the changes that you are implementing in your game are going to get you there. So again, that's the fact that you've got to challenge the advice, challenge the professional, the video content that you're watching, the ideas that you've got in your head, whether that will actually improve your golf game. Try not to listen to your average golfer out on the golf course, because what they may be working on and what their ideas and thoughts aren't particularly going to help you. And I always think of the analogy of if player A was ill, had a bug, had an illness, he went to the doctor and got a prescription. Okay, he comes on with this prescription, took the prescription, he feels better, he gets better. Player 2, or patient 2, or person 2, goes to the doctor because he's got another bug, but it's a very different type of bug. He gets a very different medication. He gets a very different kind of prescription, but he gets better as well. You get player 3 who comes along who's got a bug, but he doesn't go to the doctor because player A says, well, take some of my medication. It made me better. Oh, no. Player B goes, take my medication. This made me better. And suddenly then player C is taking different prescriptions, medication to make him better, and it wasn't the medication that's going to suit his game, his bug. So guys, hopefully that's made sense. Fixing your golf swing is absolutely doable. It is doable. It has been done. It gets done every minute, every hour, every day, of all around the world by different golfers, by different ability levels, by using different ways of doing it, technology, coaching, their own ideas, your own perceptions, but you've got to monitor it, you've got to check it, and you've got to go through that process of knowing why you've got to do it. Guys, hopefully that's answered quite a lot of questions there, because it was a point that I wanted to stress massively, because I get asked it quite a lot of times. How do I fix my golf swing? Well, there's only one way of doing it, and that's being motivated to do it. And bloody working hard, I swear to you. Right guys, thanks for watching. As always, subscribe to my channel by clicking the big free button down here. Comment down below, what are you trying to fix? What are you trying to change in your golf game? I'd love to hear your thoughts and your opinions on that. If you found this video useful, then please do click up the thumbs up. It does help. And I look forward to hearing all your stories down in the comments below. Be nice down there to each other, play fair, comment to each other, reply, and I shall see you all soon, hopefully with a better idea of how to fix your golf game. Thanks for watching. See you next time.